Jude, no swearing. The camera's on. It's fine, I have my wallet. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be assembling the front end and putting all the suspension on subframe on the lovely e28. Last video we painted the engine bay. It looks absolutely so good. Oh my god. Got the subframe right here. It's looking all good. It's all sandblasted. We got some reinforcements we have to weld in that Archie just dropped me off. Got some coilovers. E30 is big chillin'. Jude's big chillin'.
What's up, guys?
Jude just broke his collarbone like a bit ago. Now he's back on his motorcycle, but he's only allowed to ride it in the neighborhood.
Yeah, until I get my full license.
Right now we are running up to shop because I have to sandblast these so we can weld these and put the coilovers on. And that's gonna take us 5 minutes.
Many hours later.
It rolling?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Alright, bet. So we just got back from the shop. We got these powder coated. They're not powder coated.
Sandblasted?
Sandblasted. So we can weld our coilovers onto. Now we are welding in the reinforcement for the subframe. You guys are familiar with E28s or E24s. You know they have a steering box instead of a steering rack, and steering box sits right here and it sits on this flimsy little thing. Dude, show the people how flimsy this is. This has been fixed once before and they always break. Cut this off and there's a company that makes this thing that fucking goes in there and you weld it on, weld it around. Use this bolt to bolt it down and then you're big chillin'. We're gonna cut this off, grind these welds down and then throw this in, weld it up and paint the subframe. We got some more self-etching primer and then some spray paint and then get the subframe in the car and then go from there.
Can we just take a look at these fucking welds though?
Yeah, Jude Casey welded them.
Yeah, I did not.
Jude Casey.
Seriously, who the hell did that?
I don't know,
That's
dude, they're tough.
Fucking crazy.
That, dude.
That's not even touching anything.
That looks like an Allen weld.
That's not even touching anything, and then it cracked.
Well, no, those are the old welds. That's where it used to sit. And this thing was like,
I'm saying that this one, right here, like that's wild.
you know how we're gonna paint this?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna throw it up on the engine stand out back and hang it.
Nice, nice.
How genius.
Hanging something, paint it.
Yeah.
You first person to ever do that, huh?
Yeah.
The scope of my engineering genius literally knows no bounds.
Meanwhile.
That's live action right there, baby. Coming to you live.
Those welds are gonna blow it right down.
Sometimes I think you forget who you're fucking dealing with here.
I don't forget, man.
What? What? You know how fast it's gonna grind it down?
Julian doesn't give me safety glasses because he says my safety's not a concern.
Ladies fuck with safety glasses, trust me. They slide in my DMs, they're like, yo, sick safety glasses, babe. So.
I think that's enough grounding content.
Alright. Got that thing to deal with. Fucking little weld booger down in there, so this thing doesn't slide down in.
Well, I have like a nice pneumatic Dremel.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Over at your house. We're gonna go feed Stevie
Yeah, we can go do that.
and use the pneumatic Dremel.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see Jude's dog?
Yeah, I guess they do.
Type in the comments if you want to see Jude's dog. Guys, everyone, this is Stevie. Oh, hello, Stevie. Hello. Hello. Look how proper this dog is. Oh, look how jacked this freaking dog is. Holy crap. Look at it. We're gonna clock another milli. Go follow my Instagram if you guys aren't following it. This piece just slides down into the bottom of this. Just like that. Just pops down right there.
Julian also doesn't give me a welding helmet to look at this because he says my health is important. Yeah.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about your health.
I know.
Wait.
I guess the camera guy never really gets hurt, so.
Make me fuck up.
Said then you get mad at me for vaping.
Yeah, you can't be breathing that shit in. Is that sick?
Yeah.
Alright, Jude. I gotta get focused up. You know that little trick?
No, I know that little trick. You just have so much gas going into it.
But so I get all the pretty colors.
I hear you, I hear you. I just can't be wasting gas like that where I'm from. Yeah, he does have a big bottle though.
Where you're from? What? Where the fuck are you from?
Down the
11
street.
Shanapin?
11, it's 20. We're down
11?
the street. It's down the street a bit.
Fuck.
Don't got it like that really.
Where's our food, bro? Guys, we got this my kebab place. We're gonna show the people the food. It is so unbelievably good.
It is just chicken and rice. It's good, but I could make something better at my house, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see you weld this side.
What?
Because there's, it's more fucky.
My fucking amperage is kind of low right now. Alright. Is that fire, dude?
Yeah, looks super nice.
Alright. Order completed.
I can't wait to get a fucking order completed today.
Huh?
The coilovers coming in for the Cayenne.
You're getting coilovers on the Cayenne?
But I'm selling it, that's why. You know what I'm gonna get?
What?
1992 Honda Civic.
You're kidding.
Huh?
Get the fuck out of here. No, you aren't. I'm not letting you
I'm
buy
buying a
it.
$500 car, dude.
Dude, it's not mid. It's so good. Guys, like, these dudes that own this restaurant are from, like, Azerbaijan, and they cook this food, and this is, like, the most, like, tame food that they make. I get also the sandwich. It's crazy fire. Like,
Oh, that sandwich the one time was crazy.
it's so good. Look at this. Oh, my God. It's so fire. Oh, my God, is this food good.
Many, many minutes later.
All right, guys, we got the subframe. We got the E30. It's looking spectacular. Dude, give me that camera. Give me that camera. Guys, look at this. Look at this fucking car right now. Oh my God. So I'm gonna paint this thing, jack this up, use the engine lift. This is an ingenious idea. Self-etching primer because we're painting on raw metal. So it has a chemical bond instead of a physical bond. Like it creates chemical, like it goes into the metal and it like actually erodes the metal a little bit. Chemistry. Putting on the coilovers now, or well, welding on the coilovers while we're waiting for the etching primer to dry. Old BMWs, E30s, E24s, E28s. Their shocks are like built into the bottom of the knuckle and everything, so you cut the knuckle off. This goes on, it's like all notched out and everything you see. And then that pretty much just slides on just like that. We weld around it, super easy, super simple. Fire up that welder, Jude. For my little helm ski on. Gotta get all the good shots for the people on Instagram. People on Instagram deserve better than you guys. No, I'm joking. Actually, you guys deserve better.
Which one is it?
What?
Which one is it? Who deserves better?
You guys. That's what I tell my shorties. I'm like, hey, can you have super... Dude, I can't put any of this in.
What?
What?
You could put basically from the start of Martha Stewart until now, just throw it away and you can put this in. And they'll be like, what the hell are they talking about?
Is this my Perrier? No, this is yours.
Yeah,
I'd be chugging mine.
Sipping on mine like a gentleman. If I chugged Perrier, you'd probably have to take me to the hospital.
Why?
I just don't think it'd go super well. I'd start like coughing it back up and like, it just wouldn't be, it wouldn't go how you think it would go. I'm gonna get really annoyed. Because you're gonna go to edit this and be like, holy shit, I did have stuff on my face.
Do I?
Yeah. You're probably gonna make it worse.
Alright, let's let this dry and weld the other coil over. Bro, dude, people are so mad that I use spray cans. And it's like, dude, like, fuck with me,
People are
dude.
gonna hate no matter what. It doesn't matter if you used fucking gold flaked fucking paint from fucking Jerusalem. People would still like find a way to hate.
Dude, I'm putting in the subframe. Can't find a hole. Oh, it's back further than I expected. It's like I can't see it. I gotta reach my finger there and like make sure it's there. And then I'm... Where this steering box, Jude? Where did
Hear the
you
engine?
put the steering box?
Don't even act like I touched that steering box.
Found the steering box. Oh my God, Jude's got the whole getup going on. We take these Johnnies and oh Jesus! And we just fucking try to, you know, not mess up the threads. It's like really difficult because it's super fine threads and they're like.
Yeah, they are really fine.
Am I retarded? The other one was just as fucking hard. They're gonna think I'm an idiot. They're gonna think I've never touched a wrench before. Maybe I haven't.
We'll come back to you guys. Oh, buddy's texting a shorty. Alright guys, he just bolted on the coilovers. I'm sure he'll go over this, but things are moving along.
We're gonna go ahead and throw the center drag link, actually, as the boys call it. The boys being Ohio Township Police Department.
You guys wanna know what Julian did last night?
Why isn't it done with a fucking hole, Jude? What's way off now? Huh?
We had to make an adjustment and then it went through.
Yeah,
So-
what's way off now?
Well, it was at the second I stated that.
Don't be pointing out my goddamn imperfections.
I want you to see him so your customer's happy.
Obviously this arm's so good, I'm just gonna clean it up. I'm gonna have Archie get new Johnnies of this because he can upgrade this and get polyurethane, and these are like old. Oh, we also got an upgraded sway bar. Front anti-sway bar, BMW.
ST suspensions. Sweet tit suspension.
Hold on,
633 to 635? I didn't know that a 633 was a thing, to be honest with you.
It's because you rarely know.
Drinking that coffee all day long. What did you get? What did you get? Let me guess. Let me guess. Let me guess. Let me guess. Is it like a goat milk cold brew?
No, fuck no.
I feel like it is. I feel like it is.
It's a large, or a venti cold brew, light vanilla. That's it.
Goat milk latte in
It's
there.
not fucking goat milk.
I'm not the one drinking a goat milk latte.
Dude, it's not, it's mostly melted ice right now, but I need the caffeine. Like, these people don't understand how addicted I am to caffeine. I have crazy highs and lows on caffeine. I was just like feeling a low coming on, get a little bump of caffeine. Boys in Wall Street do coke.
Yeah.
I do caffeine.
I think they also do caffeine.
The next day.
All right, guys. It is day 2 in the video of assembling the front end. I just had to run up to Archie's real quick and pick up some parts. So we got the big brake rotors. Don't worry, these are brand new. They were just sitting in Archie's garage for a while, so there's some surface rust on them. Nothing to worry about, they'll clean right up. Best part, some big calipers to go on this Gianni. I don't know why they're green. Then we just have caliper spacers. Apparently these bolt right up and you just need spacers to space out the calipers. So just for right now, I am gonna throw this back on. I'm gonna have Archie order all new stuff of this to get everything together so I can bolt the brakes up and see how they fit and everything. I threw the suspension arms on real quick. I just wanted to do that so I can get an idea of where the brakes are gonna sit and everything so I can start making brake lines. This caliper must have got really hot because they're normally blue. Now it's green and it got all discolored. Basically, this is gonna sit there just like that. I think I have to cut this heat shield out a little bit to get this to fit. Is the next day later and we have a lot more parts. Twin clutch setup and a flywheel somewhere over there. We have all zinc plated hardware. We have a head for the engine. And Archie brought me back fenders. Only thing I'm waiting on to put this thing on the ground is the wheels and tie rods. Alright guys, fenders are on and it looks pretty dope. Like the engine bay with the old fenders, like I don't know, it just looks sick. Oh yeah, I used actually the brake line off of the M240 that these came off of. Well, these are like M3, M240, like M calipers. It's a brake line that these came off of and they actually ended up working perfectly. I have the tie rods, new tie rods, and I have the wheels in the back of the Range Rover, so we're gonna throw the rest of the suspension on, get these new tie rods on, and put the wheels on. I'm so freaking excited to see what this thing looks like on the ground. I have 20mm spacers just thrown on this real quick because I realized these wheels are gonna hit against the coilovers. These aren't the wheels that we are gonna be running. Archie has a set of rails that we're gonna be using. These are just to like roll the car around, set the car on the ground, see if we need to adjust any height or anything like that. Good. Oh my God. We are moving on to doing the brake lines now. Got brake line, all the fittings that we need, and there's 2 different fittings. I'm gonna go over all this stuff. We got copper. Here, I'll just show you guys with this. We also have stainless steel brake lines, but we got copper because I think the copper is gonna look absolutely sick over the black. So we're gonna have all copper lines running out through there and all in through there. So I think just the copper is gonna be so sick. Before I talk about making the brake lines, there are 2 different types of brake lines on Archie's car we have here. Coming out of the Chase Bay's master cylinder, we actually have a, come on, focus. We actually have a 3AN line, -3AN line for the brakes. Just do a 37-degree double bubble flare. For the BMW side of things, we have a regular bubble flare. Now that we have these and we know how to make them, I'm gonna go ahead and start bending up some of the brake line. This is gonna be the front of our brakes, so we're gonna run the front in one system and the back in one system. This is a proportioning valve to adjust the bias from front to back. So front brakes, this one is gonna come over. I'm probably gonna like swing it down, then up, and over, come all the way over here, and then in through there. This one's gonna go down, over, out. I'm gonna try to make this one. I'm sure I'm gonna mess up the first one, so while we have a lot of this, let's just get to bending. I straightened out a piece of brake line to make our first brake line here. What you're gonna get is a tubing cutter. You basically wind this sucker in, pick where you wanna cut it, that down in, then put some pressure onto it. Crank it down a little bit more, spin it around, then spin it and crank it and spin it and crank it. Hopefully this is long enough, I hope I didn't mess up, but we got our first line. So now I'm gonna try to bend this up, get it into somewhat of the shape that we want. I'm gonna have to pull the front left wheel off so I can get to the brake line. Before we go to bend this up, I'm gonna throw the double bubble 3AN fitting on this just so we can actually like screw it in and then lock it in so we know where this is gonna be, and then we can kind of just move everything and then bend it around accordingly. Brake line fitting, I should have a vise to clamp this in, but we're running with the 3/16. We basically open this up, slide it into the 3/16. We are going to, dude, why isn't this camera focusing? We're gonna grab our 3/16 flaring tool, and that's gonna sit down in there. But before we do that, we need to make sure that that is level, you guys can see. So like that needs to be even with the first ledge on that. So I'm gonna loosen this up. You guys can see how that is even with the first bump on that. So now we're gonna tighten her down. And now what you do, you take this thing, it's kind of gonna be hard to get it in there, and just force it in. Now we take this device, slide it on over. So that has tension on that. And when we first go to tighten this down, we're gonna make sure like everything is still even, just so our fitting doesn't sit crooked. Because if it sits crooked, that means we're gonna have a brake fluid leak. We'll tighten this down until it bottoms out. As you can see, it's bottomed out now. Fitting is all the way on the piece of metal. Screw this thing up. We're gonna remove this. Here is gonna give us our 37-degree flare. So we're gonna slide that over. This is why it's called a double bubble flare, because we're flaring it twice. A lot here, guys. That's why you should subscribe. All right, now you guys can see in there, we have a perfect flared fitting that out, open her up, and then bam, there we go. Kind of gonna be eyeballing it first to just get everything to fit, but that's the hole that we end up having to go out of. So once I get it out of that hole, I have to jack the car up so I can make the rest of the line. I do have a bending tool. I don't know where it is. It's copper, so I can pretty much bend it with my hands and get it looking pretty good. So we can now screw this on, make this like, I need to find my bending tool so I can go back and like make these pretty straight. So far, I'm liking it. I got this line made up. I don't have it finished. I just have it going into the wheel well. I actually found my brake line bending tool. Throw the brake line in there. We're using the middle one because we have 3/16. And we just like force it down and then that and I might mess this up, but you guys can see there. I'm gonna try to make a 90 like and like have it go like that, like right there. I'm kind of like squeezing it and moving at the same time. All the brake lines are bent up. I'm actually editing this video right now. Probably 3 hours of footage of me bending brake lines to give you guys a perspective on how long it takes. But all of the brake lines are bent up. They go into the wheel wells, they go into the brakes. How you do the BMW single bubble flare is the same thing as this first step of the double bubble flare. So I've already showed you guys how to do that, but here are the brake lines. They look absolutely insane. I absolutely love them. Only thing I have to do, I have to get a T, put it in that, and then tee it off to those two. Super simple. Just wanted to show you guys everything is perfectly straight. Everything fits absolutely beautifully. It's super dusty right now, but super happy with how it came out. I think the custom copper lines are a great touch. Also, I put the engine together. There's gonna be a video of us putting together the engine, throwing on the transmission, dropping in the engine bay, basically bolting everything up and getting everything ready to wire in and start up. So hopefully in 2 videos, this thing will be running, maybe. That's my goal. As usual, the E30 is looking sick. I think the next YouTube video I make and post after this one, I'm gonna take a temporary pause from this on content on this. I'm still gonna be working on it. This view here is so sick. S54 E30, built M30, huge turbo. That being said, guys, I'm gonna close the video out here. As I always say, dream so big it's scary. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.